What's going on, guys? This is me talking after the whole call and everything has been recorded. I think I have another one later. And I realize this is a lot of work to stay organized with all this. So I'm going to have to come to some sort of, I'll have to figure out a new way to do this because this is tedious. It requires me to keep track of a lot of different numbers, edit it in such a way that it makes sense. So I don't know what the future of these kind of things hold because I found that this is absolutely against what my goal is with this podcast, meaning I need it to be easy as recording and uploading. If I have to go back and edit things and put this there and make sure that it's clear about this and blah, 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 that's not my goal. The reason why I'm able to do this every day is because it's simple and it's sustainable. So from here on out, these times are, here's the times for, sorry, I don't know what I'm trying to say. In this whole podcast, there is about an hour and a half worth of me not talking. So if you want to skip that and you want to only hear when I'm talking, you can listen to it if you want. Here's the times to go to. So you're going to go to 28, let's see, about 20, so 29 seconds. So, okay, hold on. So it's about a minute. So you're going to go to about the 30-minute mark. From the 30-minute mark to the 54-minute mark, that's me talking. And then from the 150-minute mark to the very end of the show. So again, just rewind that lesson because the more I talk, the longer it gets prolonged. So that's when I talk. If you want to skip all that, please do. There's not a lot to learn or whatever if you are just a casual listener. So that is that. So I got to end this before the numbers get screwed up. But those numbers that I gave you, those are accurate. I'll figure out how to do this later. Peace. What's going on, guys? So I have an onboarding call right now, and I believe it's so that I don't exactly know what it is, but there's me and 4 other people going to be joining in. 1 is going to be the coach. 3 others are going to be clients like myself of the program. And you know me, dude, we're going to document everything. So this is the first onboarding call. It looks like it goes live in 10 minutes, so I'm probably not going to keep this recording for another 10 minutes, I don't think. I always say that, and I end up talking for 10 minutes, so I don't know. But yeah, so let me actually make sure that I'm in the right spot here so I can get the link. Good morning, online. So there's a post in the Facebook group says, good morning, online coaches. The onboarding kickoff call will be at 11 a.m. PST, which is noon for me. If you see your name on this list or if you are new and haven't had your call yet, please join us. Link for the call will be in the comments of this post at call time. So let's refresh the page and let's see. Tell you what, man, it's really easy to get overwhelmed by all the information. So I'm trying not to do that because I'm just getting started, and there's people in the group who are like, hey man, I'm really struggling with this part of the program. And I'm like, dude, I haven't even completed module 1, you know? But it looks like they haven't posted the link, so I'm just going to talk about how it's going. So, started the onboarding for PT domination. The first video was what I recorded on episode 357C. And then the module 1, which is the next video. So there's a total of 24 modules. I have 60 days to complete this, it looks like. So module 1 was make the intro post. And so I'm going to read you guys what I put into the first module post, or the first post in the group. I actually put 2 posts, pretty much did it twice, but I'm committing to how the program's laid out, exactly how it's laid out, before I then try to be too smart for myself, because that's a bad habit that I have. I read the instructions or take advice. A bad habit that I have is joining these things, joining programs, taking advice, reading books, learning courses, reading what they say, and then thinking, nah, I'm not doing that shit, that doesn't work, without even giving it any time of day. And part of doing intermittent fasting was to prove to myself that I can try something new, I can stick to it, and I can give it honest feedback. And I actually quit intermittent fast. Well, I came to the end of the 16-week cut, and the intermittent fasting was coming to an end, but I'm still doing it actually. I just enjoy it. So try something new, you might actually like it. But with this stuff, what I'm committing to doing is implementing whatever they say And then with time, I can tweak it to make it my own, to do something that's more comfortable for me as far as getting the routine of something. Not comfortable as in easier, but comfortable as in, maybe I don't want to say the word. I don't want to say a certain word or say a certain sentence, or I don't want to do the intro a certain way. I don't have to. I can do it my own way. But as long as I keep the core part of the program the same, I think that's... Anyway. So let me find the post that I put on here. Where do I even see that? I don't use Facebook ever. Featured. Can I go to my own thing? Yeah, there we go. So this is the very first thing I wrote in here. Hey everyone, just joined moments ago. I'm very eager to learn more and build with you all. I decided to take the leap and invest in myself. I'm living in northern Utah, enjoying the remaining days of the warmer weather before winter. Laughy face. I'm 27, live alone, work a 9-to-5 job at Hill Air Force Base, repairing F-35 canopies. Cool stuff, but not what I want to be doing for much longer. So here I am. Something I took from Alex Hormozy that has helped me more than I can put into words, is the reminder that we cannot fail if we do not quit. I've reminded myself of this every time I've doubted myself or the process with anything. It always gets me out of the downward spiral, which led me here. Big decisions, big investment, big leap, but can't fail if I don't quit. Wanted to share as this helped me a ton. So too long didn't read, can't fail if you don't quit. Anyway, main goal here is to make enough to quit my full-time job and do this full-time, which is 5,000 USD. Let's go. Looks like I got 8 people to like, comment, love, whatever. Cold as Civil was part of it. Pretty cool stuff. And so after module 1, you watch the video and it says to go post in the group what you... an introduction. And I kind of already did that, but I was like, yeah, well, I guess I'll do it twice. And he talks about your goals. Dude, hold on. I'm going to make sure this call hasn't started yet. I want to join in there a little earlier just to get good habits built here. So where the hell is it? Scroll down. There it is. How do you click on a post in Facebook, dude? God damn. Don't post it in the comments. Post it on the main feed. That's kind of weird, huh? Still nothing. Okay, well, anyway, let's go back to what I was doing. So module 1 post. The why. I started online fitness coaching 3 years ago, but let my lack of discipline and shitty work ethic stop me. My highest month is $850. I think it's actually $1250 now that I think about it, but whatever. If I remember correctly, but quickly gave up because I didn't have what it was required. I was just a lazy sack of shit. I've since undergone what I would call a total mental recalibration and would consider myself equipped to build a business. I want to help people get from where I was both mentally and physically to where I am now. My whole life has changed and I would love to help other men get there as well. Life is so colorful, sometimes it's just easier to choose to look away. And then it said, put your 60-day goals in there. So I said, 60-day goals. I'm setting these goals from complete ignorance. And rather than being like, well, I don't have all the information. I don't know if I can get 10 clients in the next 60 days. I just wrote some shit down. If I don't achieve these goals, it's better to at least have tried to something as opposed to being like, well, I don't know. So I'm learning that. So 10 month-to-month clients at $250 a month, finish the onboarding course, post 60 times on social media, which I don't know. I think if you set a goal and know you're gonna hit the goal, still feels good to check it off and know that you kept your word to yourself, even if you know for sure you're gonna do it. So I'm gonna post 60 times on social media in 60 days, period. I will. So start a genuine conversation with every new follower or anyone who engages with my content, at least 10 to 20 sales calls. And I say this with nerves because I've never once been on the delivering side of a sales call. Scary. Ask at least one question every single day and implement the advice given at the next possible opportunity. Hashtag fast feedback loops. And above all else, I want to learn and grow. Let's fucking go. That's what I wrote. So that's that. And again, this is a documentation podcast. So this is, I can guarantee you that a lot of what this show will be about moving forward is all the coaching calls here, everything that I learn, everything that I implement. And so it'll be a little bit more dynamic. It won't just be me talking anymore. It'll be some recordings of other people and me, whatever. So you guys are with me every step of the way, because that is literally the entire point of this podcast. So, dude, can you not click on individual posts in a group? I just want to see the one post so I don't have to refresh the whole page and then scroll. Get your shit together, Facebook. Nita would do a better job than Facebook does. Let's see. Still no comment. If your name is on this, please, link for the call will be in the comment of this post at call time. Okay, well, I guess we'll get Zoom loaded up, huh? Oh, dude, I'm gonna raise my desk so I'm standing. Get some good energy going, huh? plug my desk in. Here it is. Okay, we're raising the desk. What? So yeah, obviously this is being recorded on my phone because I need my desk mic for the Zoom call. So yeah, so I'm getting this. I don't know if you can hear the desk going up. Probably can. See, let's do a little video check. How am I looking? How do I even... Guys, I don't know how to use Zoom. How do I just quickly see how I'm looking right now? As if you can respond. Or just go to settings. Yeah. Settings, recording, background, and effect. All right, so it stopped recording because it connected to Zoom. I don't like that it does that. I'm learning Zoom. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And I don't know how to get the background effects off. This is very frustrating because it's set to none. And just for low light, virtual backgrounds. It's set to none. I don't know how to... This shit's stupid, man. How about just not do anything until I say to do something, you know? Dude, I might just have to ask straight up. Be like, hey, can somebody help me with Zoom before we get off this call? Dude, I don't give a fuck. Let's learn. So this post should be ready to go, I think. So let's refresh because it's now 12:01. Let's look. All right, the post is here. So here we go, guys. We're about to join. Zoom meeting. All right, guys, here we go. It's the first ever call. It's being recorded here, obviously. So here we go. They don't know this. Okay, here we go.
Yes. Bryson, why are you a cat?
Okay, so I'm super new to Zoom. I'm so sorry. I'm super new. How do I, so in the settings, how do I get rid of that?
I have no idea. I don't know how you did it in the first place.
So, okay, so I know how to get rid of it, but it just pops up every time. Hold on. Maybe I am a cat, actually. Hold on.
Maybe you are a cat. I mean, we haven't met yet, so maybe you are a cat.
Yeah.
Your Facebook profile picture didn't...
Hey, no judgment,
like
right?
So.
Everybody's included,
hey,
right?
You know what? We're all family here, man. We're all family here.
Okay, I really am struggling. I don't know. I've never used Zoom before.
We won't worry about it. I will try really hard to take you seriously.
Hold on. I think I got it, actually. Give me... Okay, settings. That's funny.
Too funny. Okay, we're going to jump right into this because I want to be able to get you guys all set up and ready to go. And then we will do questions at the end. So I am going to mute everyone temporarily. You guys can unmute later, but let's get through everything and then we will do questions at the end. So first of all, hi. Oh, look, Bryson has a face.
There we go.
That's
sorry.
Nice. All right. Hi, guys. I'm Coach Shal. I'm going to be one of your head coaches in the Change Lives Academy onboarding, as well as when you graduate into the Change Lives Academy, the big group. You guys will see me there as well, and you'll probably see me in masterminds and all sorts of that kind of stuff throughout your journey. You have 4 coaches. You have Coach Shay, and I know it gets really confusing because it's Shal and Shay, but that's what it is. So you have myself, you have Shay, you have Cole De Silva, who you guys probably know, and you guys have Coach Nina, and then we have a leader in this group. Her name is Caitlin. Don't ask me to pronounce her last name. It's like Skwarzinski, but I call her Caitlin because I'm not really sure how to pronounce her last name. So if you see any of the 5 of us commenting on your stuff and giving feedback, that's who we are. We're here to help you grow. We're here to help you out. I will say that sometimes you might get a piece of feedback or a comment that you're like, I don't understand this, or, hey, I don't know if I really agree with this. And I actually encourage you guys to say something about it. If we give you advice and you're like, I don't understand why you would say that to me, or, hey, can you explain this further? Please ask. Like, we want you guys to grow, and I want you to challenge things that don't sound right to you, and I want you to challenge things that are different than what you've heard before, because I want you guys to have this learning experience and to grow from it, and to know that like this is an open community. We want your feedback, and we also want to make sure that like if I didn't explain something the right way, I would rather have you ask and be like, Shal, that makes no sense. What are you talking about? Than just sit there and be like, okay, my coach doesn't make any sense, but now what do I do with this information? So please, like, don't be shy. If you need more direction, more clarity on something, please ask. What we're going to do today on the call is I'm going to take you through the learning website and the Facebook group really quick, just so you know how to find everything, how you know to access everything, make sure everybody does have access to everything. Then we're going to go over expectations really quickly. We will talk about graduation into the academy, and we will do some Q&A at the end if anybody has any questions. But first, let's start with taking you guys through all the good things that you need to know. All right, I'm going to share my screen with you.
So
Be nice to me, Zoom.
So I guess they can't hear me because I'm muted.
And
I just realized that, guys. Also, it keeps cutting out because it's trying to connect. All right, can everybody see my
screen? Thumbs up. Perfect. Okay, so this is your Academy learning modules. If the Academy was like a brick and mortar school that you went to every day, this would be your textbook. So when you sign in, it's going to look something like this. When you sign in, please use your email, not mine, because you want to make sure that you're signing into, password leak. That's great. We'll deal with that later. We'll deal with that later. When you guys sign in, it's going to look something like this, only it's going to say welcome and your name, not mine. Does everybody have access to this learning site? Yes? Perfect. Okay, good. I've seen most of you guys posting the Academy, so I was pretty sure everybody had access to this. If for whatever reason you don't have access or something screwy happens, post in the Facebook group and just let us know, and we will get our ops team on that right away to fix it for you. A couple things I want to show you on this learning website is right at the top left-hand corner here, there's little icons that look like textbook, and there's a little icon that looks like a calendar. So right now you probably just have one textbook. You might not have anything else, and that's okay. That's going to be your onboarding course. When you graduate, you're going to get added the Change Lives Academy course. If you ever come to a live event with us or do a virtual copy of a live event, it's going to get added right here under live events. So you can always go back and watch those trainings later so that you have access to those. So 2 ways to enter your textbook, your learning modules. One is to just click right here and it'll take you there, or you can scroll down and you can click right here and it will take you to where you need to go. So your first duty in the CLA is to go through the onboarding course, watch every video, implement as you go, ask questions for clarity as you need, which we will get into in a second. But I will sound like a broken record about this, you guys, I really encourage you, don't just Netflix binge all of these videos and then go back later and be like, how the fuck do I set up Calendly? What was that about Trainerize? How do I do this? So implement as you go, like watch a video, implement it. If you have some of these things set up, which I know some of you already do have things set up, definitely give it a watch anyways. You kind of have to do them in order to get on to the next video, but watch it anyways. Even if you've been using Trainerize for a while, when you watch the Trainerize video, you might learn something about it that you didn't know before. Even if you're already really good at sales calls, watch the sales call psychology video. You might learn something about sales psychology that you didn't know before. None of them are super long. They're pretty quick to get through. And there's no like, you have to do this many a day or anything like that. You're all going to come in with different amounts of work on your plate. You know, some people come in as like single parents with 3 jobs. Some people come in as in-person trainers that are already working with clients all day. And some people come in with being able to dedicate all their time for this. So how fast you move through the course is really up to you. I would suggest that you just implement as you go and make sure that situation where you're like, oh no, I have a prospect that is in my DMs and they're a potential prospect.
I have no idea what keeps cutting out.
Maybe I haven't gotten to the DM script yet. Maybe I haven't gotten to my core offer yet. Maybe I haven't gotten to welcome emails, and maybe I don't know how to sell on the phone yet. So if you need access to something because it's happening in your business right now, but you haven't made that module yet, just post in the Facebook group and let us know. If you need access to a DM script before you get to that module, we're going to give you the script ahead of time. I still want you to watch the module when you get there, because there's like things that are going to be said in the training that won't be in the script, because the script is literally just the script, whereas the training is going to teach you more in depth how to use that script. But if you need access to something ahead of time, post in the Facebook group and let us know. We don't want to gatekeep information from you and put you in a situation where you could be growing, but you're not yet because you didn't hit that module yet. Does that make sense? Perfect. All right. So moving right along, the other thing I want to show you guys is the Facebook group. And I should have refreshed this before we started, but here we are. So this is the Change Lives Academy onboarding Facebook group. Like I said, if this was a brick and mortar school, the learning modules would be your textbook. This would be your classroom. So this is where you're going to go and ask all your questions. This is where you're going to go ask for feedback. If you make a piece of content and you're like, I really want to see what I could have done better in this next time, or I really want some feedback on this piece of content I made, post it to your grid and then share it to the group. And then the coaches here can give you feedback on your content so that you're constantly getting better at the things that you're doing. We actually really love it when you guys post content for us to look at. So when you make a piece of content, please post it in here and ask for feedback. You guys, I've seen some of you already are at the point where you're like, hey, I've done the phone script and I'm looking for somebody to role play with. This is where you're going to post that stuff too. If other members are going to see that, reach out to you and role play with you. The other thing is the coaches kind of generally have an idea of who's looking for role plays. So we'll tag them in your posts and we'll tag you in their posts so that you guys can connect and start role playing with each other. We want to see from you guys. We want to hear from you guys. So if you need clarity on anything, if you have questions about anything, if you have a question about your business, if you have a question about mindset, if you are just kind of going through it and you need somewhere to vent off some steam and let shit out, this is a safe place for you to do that. Entrepreneurship can be a hard journey and it can be a very lonely journey. You'll probably find that there's not very many people in your life that understand what it takes to build a business and are on the same page as you. And if you're like most of us, you probably have people in your life that are like, I don't understand why you don't just work a 9-to-5 job. And I don't understand why you don't just do that. Yes, I can see it in so many of your faces. You're all like nodding. Exactly. But the people in this group, we all know what you're going through because we've been through the same things or we're currently going through the same things. So it's nice to be able to have that community of people who are like-minded, who are building businesses. And if you need clarification.
It keeps cutting out. I have no idea why.
You'll hear Cole De Silva say this, closed mouths don't get fed. You guys are here, ask the questions, use us. So that's what this group is for. A few things I want to show you about the group is number one, right here on our cover photo, you're going to see that there is 2 trainings every week that are live trainings. So these won't be in your learning guide. These are live trainings that happen in the Facebook. They're done on Zoom calls, very similar to this. We have one every Monday and every Friday, and they're both at 12 p.m. PST. So if you live in a different time zone, make sure you transfer that to your time zone. So that's about 50 minutes from now is the Friday one. Every Monday will be a skill building training, and every Friday will be a Q&A. So on Mondays, it could be things like how to do your own onboarding process, how to get better at the DMs. We could be teaching you about content. We could be teaching you about client retention. So all these different systems that you're going to need for your business are going to be taught on Mondays. Fridays, Q&A. We will have a post up where everybody asks questions. We encourage you to ask questions all day, every day anyways. But if there's a question that you're like, no, I need somebody to like word vomit this out for me instead of just giving me a typed answer, that's a good place to put it so that Shay and I can answer your questions there. To get onto these calls, there's a featured tab. If it doesn't show up on your phone, it usually does. Right at the top of the group, this will show up too, and you can click featured and all of these will show up. It's going to be a colored post with the announcement of what the call is. And just like Shay put right here, Zoom link will be posted, and you can't see it, but it says Zoom link will be posted in the comments of this post. So just like I did with the onboarding call, I know some of you guys probably got in through your email and through your Calendly, but we will always post an announcement of what the call is, what the subject is, and in the comments of that post, we're going to put the Zoom link at the time of the call. So if you want to make sure you get a notification, go comment on that post, even if it's a question, like a quick Q&A post. If you don't have a question, you can just write following. You can just put a funny GIF. For Mondays, same thing. If you have a question, put it in there. If you want to just write following or have a funny GIF, perfect, just so that you get a notification when we throw that Zoom link. But if you ever need to find it, it's right here. We also post, where's the most recent one? Should be one right Sorry, my computer's really slow. There we go. There's also going to be replays of the last calls up here too. So last Monday we did Savage Sales, where we do a live sales role play with the students. So we have that posted here. Last Friday's Q&A is right up here. So if you ever can't make one of the live trainings, no problem. I know it doesn't work for everybody's schedule. We're going to post the replay and you guys can still watch it. All right. I think, one more thing I need to show you about the group. When you're on Facebook, there's the big Facebook search button, but there is also this little tiny search button down here in the group. And if you're on mobile, it'll be the search button at the top of the group. If you're ever looking for something in this group and you want some more information on something, maybe you want to look for calendar templates. Maybe you want to see, has there ever been a training on onboarding? I need to work on my onboarding. So go ahead and look. Oh, look at that. I did a training on onboarding. So it's there for you guys at all times. If ever you're looking for something and you can't find it, again, just post in the group. One of us will direct you where to go and where to find it. Or if it doesn't exist yet, then we know we need to make that resource for you guys. All right. I think that covers everything we need to cover. So I will stop sharing my screen. We'll go over expectations and graduation, and then we will get into your guys' questions if you have any questions. All right. I'm going to try to rip through these because, like I said, I want to make this quick and get you back to your day. Number one, you guys, it's your duty to complete the learning units in the website in order and implement what you have learned right away. Like I said, broken record, watch, implement. Your first focus should be doing those learning videos. You need those. Those are the foundation of your business. So you need to put up the rebar before you can put up the walls and the roof of your business, right? And most of us have virtual assistants working in our DMs. That might mean if you ask me a question, my VA, who's doing her job and in there, getting clients and stuff, she might not tell me that a student messaged me. And so I might not see it. It might hide in my requests and I might not see it. So make sure you're asking in the Facebook group just to make sure it gets seen, and that way it will get seen the fastest. I have huge chunks of my day where I'm with a toddler. I'm not checking Facebook, but there's other coaches in there that are checking, right? So make sure you ask your questions in the group. Not only are you going to get an answer faster, but Bryson might ask a question that Brian didn't know he needed the answer to until he saw that question. It's like, oh shit, both of you guys get value from that way, right? Number 4, I can count you guys. Number 4, live calls in the onboarding group are exclusive to you guys in your first 60 days. When you graduate, you are going to get a new call schedule with the Change Lives Academy. Same times, 12 p.m. PST. You're just going to get different days of calls, and they're going to be what you're going to be working on in your business at that time. The calls are not mandatory, but we do notice that the students who show up to the calls that they need, or at least watch the replays, you have that little bit of edge and you tend to grow a little bit faster. So again, those calls are held on Monday and Friday at 12 p.m. PST, and the replays will be posted as well if you ever can't make a call, so that's fine. And then last but not least, and I know it sounds cheesy and I know it's super cliche, but you guys trust the process, right? You're going to say it to your clients at one point in time too. Trust the process. It's like a fitness journey. Your business isn't going to build itself overnight. You have to put in the reps and you have to be accountable for your growth. So trust the process. We have a blueprint for a reason. We have people here to help you for a reason, but you guys have to put in the work and you have to trust that what we're asking you to do is going to work. Just like your clients are going to have to trust you, right? So that covers all our expectations for graduation. I'm curious, do I have anybody in this group that's already making over $2,000 a month in their online business, only in your online? No other businesses if you do business, right? So that's why you're here first. Get the building blocks to your business. You will still have access to your onboarding course. So if there's some things in there that maybe you didn't finish by 60 days, you're not going to lose access to it. You will still have it, but you're going to graduate into the bigger academy and you're going to have access to more things. So maybe if you haven't made 2K yet, maybe it's time for you to run your first challenge and make that first 2K, right? So 60 days, no matter what, you're going to graduate. The second way to graduate is you can be fast tracked. So if you have completed all your onboarding units and you've made 2K we're going to fast track you. You're ready for the next steps. So you're just going to post in the Facebook group, hey, what's up? I'm at my 2K. And either myself, Coach Shay, or Coach Nina, one of us will reach out to you, and we will get you the next steps to get you into the second part of the academy. So a couple things that we look for just to make sure you're ready, and then we send you the next steps to get upgraded to the next level. And that, I think, covers everything I needed to cover. And if you guys have any questions, now would be a good time to go over questions, so you can unmute or put your hand up or whatever works for you, and let's go over some questions. Bryson, what's up?
So how long are those live calls usually, just so I can put it into the calendar?
The live calls are usually an hour. If there's a lot of questions on a Friday, we've been known to go longer. We don't want to take value away from you guys. I can tell you today's is going to be an hour though, because Shay and I both have appointments right after the call, so we won't be going overboard today. Monday usually is pretty close to an hour because it's more of a live training. Fridays tend to run a little bit long, but if you can give an hour to those, that's awesome.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Anybody else have any questions? It's okay if you don't. There will be the group that you can ask all your questions in if you have a question that pops into your head later. Everybody good to go?
No questions, but just want to say thank you very much. Really
thanks, Brian.
Appreciate it, and yeah, that was very clear and set out very well. So really
perfect.
Appreciate it.
You're set up for success now.
I have questions not about this. If you if you want to help me with Zoom, but that's it.
What do you want to? Oh, so I don't know how to make you not a cat.
No. So I think I figured that out. I think, but every time, I don't know if you noticed, but every 5 minutes my camera would turn off and go to my phone, and I don't know. I don't want that to happen. So I don't know if you know how to fix that.
Are you on your phone and your computer at the same time?
Oh, my phone's just hanging out right here. It's just off, but it would pop up and say, "Hey, we're connected to your phone," and I don't want that to happen.
You know what? I am not that technology.
Okay, no worries.
Smart.
Yeah, no worries.
That might be a Google question or something that I can ask Shay if he knows about.
Okay, yeah, I'll just have to Google it. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, Shay might know. He's a lot more techie than I am.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
All right. Okay, so that being said, we do have Q&A in about 40.
Okay, so ooh, that gets me fucking livid, dude. Why does it cut out like that? What is it? Okay, I'm writing down the time so that I can... Oh, shit. I guess I wouldn't know that, huh? I'll have to put it at the very beginning. Yeah, that shit gets me upset, dude. It kept cutting out. It kept trying to connect to my phone while I was recording, and because I was using my microphone, it would come back and mute, or would use it was... Jesus Christ, dude. It would disable the voice memos app on my phone and stop the recording. That gets me angry, dude. So I wrote down the time, 30:17. So at the beginning, I'm going to insert some voice and say, go to this time if you want to skip the shit. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, so just some onboarding shit. If you didn't listen, I hope you didn't, because that was long, and if you're a listener to the show, that's probably not helpful at all. So anyway, just an onboarding call, what they expect, what they're here for, the coaches, the coaching calls, what's going on, just expectations. That's it. So that's all that was. There's another call in 30 minutes, which is the live coaching call. So I'm going to attend that one for sure. And in the meantime, I think I'm going to eat real quick and then continue on with my day. But I do want to share real quick what I was working on for my 10 before 10, which is, I don't think I touched on that exactly before the call started, but the module 1 was the intro post. Talked about that, read what I said. Module 2, which is what I'm currently doing, is the morning routine. And so this one's challenging me for sure. And if you listen to the call today, which I honestly hope you didn't, because it was a lot of nothing, and it's probably boring for you if you're just a listener, you're not in this, but maybe it was helpful, I don't know. But in the call, they said that, and I wrote it down because I want to focus on this, was, where did I write that? Awesome. I swear I wrote this down. Where did I write it? Where did I write this? I guess I didn't write it. I swear I wrote it down, dude. I don't know, man. Well, I said coaches are meant to challenge you. Or that's what I wrote down because that's what they said in the call. So challenge what you hear, challenge what you whatever, rather than, dude, geez, she just said this to me 20 minutes ago and I have no recollection of it. God damn it. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. So anyway, I'm working on morning routine, module 2. Oh, god damn. So the morning routine, I'm already challenged because Cole is saying to do a 10 before 10 morning routine. I'm not really on the fence. I'm not really on the side of have a morning routine at 10 before 10, getting all these things done before I start my work day. I'm not on the fence I'm not on the side of that. I wouldn't say I'm against that. What I'm for is just getting started in the thing that I need to get done. But the routine, I think it's just the label of routine that has a bad rap. So the routine itself isn't the thing that's preventing me or I must get done before I start working, but it is just a bunch of things that will keep me in momentum going the right way. So it's a 10 before 10. So it's 10, you do 10 things before 10 a.m. And I'm like, well, it doesn't work for me because I gotta wake up at 4 and I'm at work for 5 of those 6 hours that I'm awake, so can't do it. But then I was like, hey, no, we're not doing this shit again, Bryson. Come on. Open-minded, figure the fuck out. Stop being, stop. This is my internal monologue, no shit. So the idea is, let me see if I can find it real quick.
Just watch a No Excuse and it will break you through.
I'm just gonna.
But how does it work? It's very, very simple. Check out this image on the screen. It's going to walk you through it all. You guys can read it right now.
Here we go.
You're going to pick 3 things to work on your health, 3 things to work on your wealth, and 3 things to work on your relationship with a spouse or yourself.
Okay. So for those 3 things, and then there's a 4th bonus, which is one of those things. So it's a bonus, so that's 10, and that bonus goes to one of those categories that you want to work more on. So for me, what I did was plank as long as I can, drink 20 ounces of plain water, 5 minutes of mobility work. Guys, I want to be honest. I feel like a cringy little self-help guru wannabe when I say all this shit. Because gotta have a morning routine, gotta wake up and gotta drink my water, gotta do my mobility, gotta do my affirmation, God damn. So I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna challenge myself on this. And I'm gonna break these limiting beliefs. And this motherfucker who's talking to me and telling me to do this makes 8 figures a year. You think maybe I should listen to him? Or do you think maybe I should ignore him because he doesn't have anything good to say? So, yeah, plank as long as I can, 20 ounces of water, 5 minutes mobility. That's my health. So I'll do that before I go to work. That should take less than 8 minutes. And then for wealth, create 1 caption for posts, create 2 video ideas, create 3 hooks for content, and that's the 3 for wealth. And I'm going to have to do those at work. So if you listen to the show, you know that I don't do shit at work. I sit there at my desk for at least 3 hours per day doing nothing. Well, as far as work goes up there, I work on my computer or I try to be innovative and exercise my creativity in as many ways as I possibly can. I always get judged for it. It's all good. Literally, people judge me, say shit to my face. It's all good. They're just jealous. It's all good. But anyway, I couldn't give a fuck. And then for the relationships with myself or with my spouse, or I don't have a spouse, I got a girlfriend, Lexi, though. What I'm doing is reading out loud and over-articulating every word that I say so that I can increase my pronunciation skills and work on communication like this, and so that blah, blah, There's some studies that suggest that reading out loud and over-articulating what you say with words and vocabulary that you're not familiar with can enhance communication skills and the flow of your words and everything like that. So I'm just going to do that. 4 pages because that should take about 10 minutes. I'm a slow-ass reader. So there's that. 4 gratefuls, which is what I used to do, and it was awesome to reflect on that. So 4 things that I'm grateful for. I'm not going to write it in detail because that was the thing I did for Live Hard in detail. So instead of saying I'm grateful for clean water, it was like I'm grateful for this clean water because a lot of people in the world don't have access to it, and we take it for granted. It's free of contaminants for the most part. It's got this blah, 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 and it's awesome. I'm so grateful that I have this. I live in America where I can have access to clean water and have an abundance of it. That would be one, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to write down things I'm grateful for. So I'm grateful for clean, pure, filtered water. That'd be one. And then, so 4 gratefuls, but one has to be future tense. So I'm grateful to be making $15,000 a week. Stuff like that. And then 4 affirmations. And this is one that I'm so against, man. This shit is so corny for me, personally. And if other people do it and it helps them, I'm not against that. But for me, maybe it's a secret. I don't know. But again, rather than being like, nah, I'm not doing that stupid shit, I'm keeping a 100% open mind. I'm going to force myself to learn this, grow, and figure out if this is something that I should do or if it's something that doesn't really help me. At the end of the day, it doesn't hurt to try, because at the end of the day, I said that twice, it's fucking great. I'll know if my voice cracks more. I'll know if it's beneficial for me to do it or if it actually doesn't help me. Because like intermittent fasting, had no idea if it was beneficial for me. Turns out this might be what I roll with for a while. I don't know. Don't care. I could quit tomorrow. Doesn't matter. Just making an observation. So 4 affirmations written down. So number 1, I'm the fucking man. Number 2, I am the fucking man. Number 3, learn to count. Number 4, honestly, I would probably write something along the lines of, I am an authority figure in the fitness space. I am seen as XYZ. I am strong, confident, and brave. I am a provider, protector, stuff like that. And when I say those things out loud, it's like, oh, it's just a reminder. So I think I've associated affirmations with hippy dippy, corny bullshit, and that's not actually what it is. So I just gotta, not humble myself, remove the preconceived notion there, take myself out of that, and just do it for what it is. If it's me just simply reminding myself of things that I want to achieve, I'm all for it. So, and I say this because I'm standing up right now with my hands in the air, like I'm all for it, on my tippy toes. So that's the relationships with myself or my significant other. So right now, that's what I'm going to work on. And again, this is just so much shit, but I kind of wrote down how long it would take me to do each thing. So, and then the 4th bonus, the bonus for the extra 4 is a 10-minute sales role play with the advanced voice chat of ChatGPT. It's pretty cool. It's actually really, really quick to respond, and it knows it knows tone of voice, which is kind of scary. It's all cool. It's pretty cool though. And it knows inflection. It knows when I interrupt it stops talking. It can interrupt me if I'm stumbling or whatever. It can be like, oh, let me help you out with, it's pretty cool stuff. So I'm going to do that. And it's a 10-minute ride to work. So I figure so let me go back to it. So a plank, 20 ounces of water, 5 minutes of mobility work should take me 8 minutes on the dot. So I'm going to round it up to 10. Now, reading out loud with over articulation of 4 pages. If I'm reading 2.5 minutes per page, which is honestly, that's about where I'm at, that's 10 minutes. And if I take 5 minutes to write down 4 things I'm grateful for in 1 future tense, so that's 4 total, so 3, 1 future, that's about 5 minutes. And then 4 affirmations written down, and that's about 5 minutes. And it could be more, it could be less, but I don't know. I think that's fine. So that's 20 minutes there, plus 8 minutes is 28, round up to 30. I think that's fine. 30 minutes to do that. Now with the wealth, the 3 that I made there, the caption for post, 2 video ideas, 3 hooks for content, and then 10-minute sales role play. The 10-minute sales role play will be done on my way to work, and it will be, I'm driving. I have to drive anyway. So that's no time at all. And then for the other 3, for 1 caption for post, to write it in its entirety, 5 to 15 minutes, could be more, could be less. 2 video ideas, could be 10 to 20 minutes more or less. 3 hooks for content, 10 to 20 minutes, could be more or less. But if you round all those up to the highest, that's about an hour, and I can do that at work. And probably won't be done before 10 because for example, at work, sometimes we have 2 things that we're working on, sometimes we have 1. Right now we've got 2, and it's a little bit more busy of a day. Still a lot of sitting on my ass, but I don't know, man. I like to get in there, get the shit done, get it over with, and then have the rest of my day to hang out. Every other person in there would prefer to do everything right after lunch, which means we have only 2.5 hours left in the workday. Shit's fucking weird to me, dude. Just get it done with. Oh, we'll stretch it out so we have more to do. So we can just stay. Nah, dude. No. Do the shit now. Get it over with. Lazy fuck. Anyway, that's what I got going on. So I'll probably do that at work. I mean, I can do that on my first break because everyone goes on first break at work. They go in the break room and eat, whatever. But if I'm intermittent fasting, then I skip the break and I stay out and just continue working or work on my stuff or sit at my desk and work on this. So I'll do this then. It's exactly what I'll do. But yeah. And the reason why I chose these was plank. I think it would be beneficial for me to challenge myself that way. Never hurts to work abs. And Lexi, actually, my girlfriend, can plank for so fucking long, and I'd like to have the strength that she does. So that's what I'm going to try to do. And not to mention, she runs so fast so she'll run, for example, 6 miles, but each mile gets faster and faster. And I'm like, how the fuck? I ran 1 mile, and I bet you if I ran 2 miles, it would triple in length. I don't know how the hell. So I'd love to be able to do that with her, but my lower back, man, I ran 2 miles. I pushed it one day, and I was in so much pain in my lower back. The same pain that I had when I first herniated my 2 discs in my lower back. And I don't ever want to feel that pain again, so I was like, hell no, I'm never running again. But I actually like running, so I would love to be able to do that with her. And also plank as long as she does. So anyway, 20 ounces of water, plain. I actually don't really drink anything until I get to work, and I think it should be a good habit to get into, to drink as soon as I wake up. I mean, it's pure ass water. It's good for you. It's probably really good to get that in your system as soon as you wake up. When you go 8 hours with nothing, that's a full work shift of nothing, and you're sleeping. But then wake up and put that in your body. I think that's beneficial. And the 5 minutes of mobility. You're not really supposed to stretch as soon as you wake up because you're stiff. You've been laying there all night. You're not very flexible. So the risk for injury and strain and everything like that is a little bit bigger, a little bit greater than if you do it later when you're warmed up and you've been living your day a little bit. So rather than stretching, I think I'm going to focus on mobility work, which it could be anything, but just 5 minutes, nothing crazy. Just 5 minutes to get my body moving, get my joints activated, warmed up. And that's the idea with that. The idea for the posts, for the one post, creating a caption for a post, is at the end of the week, I will have 7 captions that I can use, not that I have to, but that I can use, and I can have those and just be good to go. So I'll have that, and then come up with 2 video ideas. So they don't even have to be the greatest idea that I'm going to implement, that I'm going to make in the next week or whatever, but just ideas. I just write it down, and I'll be good to go. So by the end of the week, I'll have 14 video ideas that I can pick and choose from. If I want to use them, I can. If not, then I won't. And for number 3, come up with 3 hooks for content. That's just to get my brain thinking of something for a hook or a way to go to get attention, to grasp the attention so that I can deliver the content, attract the right people. And if I do that 3 times a day, that's 21 hook ideas that I can get by the end of the week. And I'm not going to be super strict and be like, they all have to be super unique. They all have to blah, blah, blah. I said how to do this on Monday, so I can't say this because it has the word start on Thursday or something like that. I'm just going to write it down. Just going to get it done. Just keep me momentum and get some stuff done. And then the whole idea with the sales call during the sales call role play during my ride up to work is because, so I actually wrote on my whiteboard here, what am I scared of right now? And that's role playing, because that shit's always been so cringy, so corny. I've been so against that. And I no shit that I haven't grown and haven't seen success, dude. I wasn't doing the key components of what was required. So no fucking shit, Bryson. But role playing, sales calls, booking a call. I'm not even talking about being on it, but like saying, hey, you want to schedule a call? That's scary to me. Scary is not the right word. I don't know of a better word to use. Intimidating gets me paranoid, gets me fearful, gets me anxious, nervous, fill in the blank. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. And then going live on social, which I did 3 days ago, cried afterward because I was so proud of myself and broke that insecurity, broke that fear. So that's not as scary anymore. And that right there, me saying that out loud, all I got to do is all the 3 things I said before, booking call, role playing, and sales calls, maybe a couple times each, and I'll break that fear. I'm like, I was scared of this shit. And I'll probably get upset at myself that I wasted so long doing this. And then for the 5th thing I wrote that I'm scared of is being in the same place in 90 days. And I wrote that there as a reminder, if I don't face my fears and if I don't push myself, I will be in the same spot in 90 days. And I also want to kind of pay this forward here. Pay this forward. I want to paint the... Don't know what I'm trying to say. I just want to pinpoint this. Had I not had the reflection episode where I look at the last 90 days and see what I accomplished, I wouldn't be in the program right now because I wouldn't have reflected to see where I was 90 days ago. Because truthfully, it felt like I'd only been working on the program for maybe a month or two, but it's been over 90 days, over 100 days, and I still haven't gotten anything done. And right there, I was like, dude, what am I doing? What am I doing? And so right there, I was like, yeah. Hey, Brian, I'm ready. Let's do this. And I took money out of my retirement first. So I guess I kind of knew what I was doing, but yeah. So, going on. So that's it. So anyway, those things scare me. So the 10-minute sales role play on the way to work with ChatGPT, not even a real person. It's not even a person. It's AI. But to get familiar with how to speak, because you can, dude, it's ChatGPT. You can give it any prompt and it'll do what you say. So I can say, hey, act as a client, or excuse me, act as a client I'm on a sales call with. You're this kind of person. We're talking about this kind of goal. You're the kind of person that yada, yada, yada. You're looking to buy into my program. It costs this much. I need you to give me objections. When you give me the objection and then I respond with the overcome, I need you to critique me and tell me what I could have done better or how I could have worded things different or whatever. And do that each time. Give me 10 objections based on money. Go. Boom. Then we start role playing. But I want to be able to do that with another real person in the group because people are already posting that. They're like, hey, so I just finished this phone script looking for some people to role play with. And I'm like, bro, I'm a little pussy because I don't wanna, And again, these are the type of episodes that I think will be the most valuable to look back on because of that right there. I'm scared to hop on the phone and talk with somebody. That's literally the gateway for me right now to make the money and the impact that I want to make in the future. So hearing me right now as a 27-year-old grown full-blown ass male, October 11th, 2024, say that I'm scared to hop on the phone, that's cool, man. Because it's like, oh yeah, Kobe Bryant was scared to shoot a free throw? Look at him now, motherfucker. So that's that. For the relationship ones with myself or with my significant other, these are all for myself. Lexi, sorry. There's read a page out loud with over-articulation. I explained that earlier. 4 gratefuls. Yeah, I explained that earlier. Just to get myself in a state of gratitude. I actually told Lexi this last night. When I get 8 hours of sleep, when I'm in bed at 8 and I wake up at 4, however much sleep I actually get, I'm not filled with negativity in the morning because if I get anything less, I'm so negative. The thoughts that flood my brain in the morning are so brutally negative that it is almost debilitating. I get so angry, so pissed, so cynical. It's so bad. And it's just kind of how it's been. And so I got to fight that every morning. It's all good, not complaining. But when I do get adequate amounts of sleep, I don't have that. And it's like, oh shit, I don't want to run this guy over. That's crazy. I don't want to blast through the gates and shoot the guard with my... I shouldn't have said shoot. There goes my job. Not shoot. Shoot him with a Nerf gun. That's what I said. And quit my job and give everybody a middle finger and take a shit on my boss's desk. Like, I don't want to do that. That's crazy, dude. So, so I think that'll reinforce the gratitude there. And then 4 affirmations. Again, I think they're corny as fuck, but we'll give them a shot. See what happens. Keep an open mind and that. So 4 things. And I could do a lot of these at work, actually. Just maybe, I don't have to do these at home. It's 10 before 10. Anyway, I'm going to summarize this so I can hurry and get ready for the next call. Damn, dude, I feel like I have to record that call too. Oh, man, these podcasts just got a little trickier, huh? I got to figure out how I'm going to do this, man. Ugh, all right. Yeah, they'll figure it out. It'll be all right, because that call is going to be over an hour, apparently. God damn, bro. I got to figure out. Okay. So, so I'm going to try to figure out the Zoom thing so it stops. It doesn't switch over to my phone anymore because that shit's annoying as fuck. But yeah, what I'm going to have to do is go back in time in this show and put a little voiceover. I don't know. And say what I want to say as far as what time to skip to, because again, This is a long ass episode, but I think 30 minutes of this was the other person talking. So I'm gonna have to say that. So I wrote down the times. So I'm gonna have to write down the times again. Yeah. Man, dude, this got tricky. This is not what I expected. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna pause and figure it out. So when I resume, probably be in the other call. All right, what's up, guys? It's now 1. That's when the call starts. I think I fixed the phone issue. I also think that from here on out with these videos, with these episodes, the ones that are going to be very long and that might be super boring, I'm just going to say to skip forward to the certain time that you want. And I'll just try to keep track of when I say anything so that you can see the questions I'm asking. Because really, I'm trying to document everything. So I want it to have on the show, I want to have the questions that I ask, the response that I get. Because that's the kind of shit that I find valuable if I was watching an old show of Annie Frisella. So, I want to say just look at the description so you can see what times to go to. So I might have to do that from here on out. I might have to change how the shows ran, man. The show tags are cool, but oh my Lord. Maybe I'll start every show off with the day so I don't have to write. I don't know. I got to make the shit easier because it just got a little trickier. Also, there's no link for the goddamn call right now. Q&A call with Shane Sal Friday, 12 p.m. PST. Ask questions below. Zoom link will be posted in the comments at the time of call. Okay, where's it at? Show me. I haven't posted it yet. Bro, let me join when I want to join. Let me join when I want to join. Don't make me wait. I'm always working at the time of these calls, but I've been booking Mondays up so I can attend and I always watch replays. Thank you. That's cool. Oh, there it is. Motherfucker put it in the wrong goddamn thing, bro. All right, here we go. We're in. Here we go. Okay, we're joining. Join computer audio.
Is that your actual background, Brian, or is it like...
No, it's a virtual background.
Okay. I was going to say, man, you're pretty zen. You have a pretty zen layout.
I wanted to see if Bryson was a cat again.
Oh, I fixed it. No, I fixed it. Thank goodness. Holy cow.
Yay!
All right, so as you guys are joining in, drop some wins in the chat. Let us know some wins, personal, financial, business, life wins. I don't care. I want to start this call on a high note. So I want to hear you guys' win. My win is completing 1 year of marriage. It feels weird saying it, but we are here. It's our one year anniversary. But yeah, just very blessed with all like the ups and the downs, and yeah, just 1 year complete. I'm just excited about what the future holds. But you know, it's been quite a learning experience. but that's what they all told me. That that's what marriage was going to be like. So it's all good. It's all good. Let's see. Had a piece of content hit 150K views. I love that, Richard. Congratulations. First onboarding call and coaching call for Bryson. I love that. Let's see. Who else? Brian, share a win in the chat. Matt, share a win. I know Brian Tan just joined in the program, so welcome to the program, Brian. We got Tora joining in. Brett says congrats. Thank you, bro. My win is staying on track despite a crazy busy week and continuing to post 1 time a day. Yeah, that's the thing. I think as business owners, that feeling is not gonna go away, but like you're gonna still show up and do it, do the tasks that you're supposed to do. But I would say like, if you're really struggling with time or if you're really busy, I'm not sure if you are or not, but like, just make sure like schedule things in like your non-negotiables, and you're gonna feel a lot better at the end of the day because you're gonna be crushing those tasks that are like the harder tasks, and then like the rest of the day can flow easy. Let's see. Close. I woke up this morning and implemented my 10 before 10 with all my clients during the morning. Made time for me. I love that. Mornings are for you. That's like if you take care of yourself, then you can take care of other people. Who agrees? Let me know in the chat. Brian closed his first high-tech client last week. Congratulations, Brian. That's amazing, brother. Brian says more coaching applications by looking to navigate DMs a bit more. Crush my step count each day this week. Brian found something crushing it in the program. I love it. So much momentum. Win equals plan my morning routine better. I was then able to make it work until now. The best thing you can do for your morning routine is choose something that you can sustain over time, just like we teach our clients. It's like, don't just do what like Brian Mark does at 3:30 a.m. if that doesn't work for you. Like, pick what works for you, things that you need to take care of yourself, and that can be your morning routine, so you can, put yourself first and then the world second. Matt says, I've got a few clients who came back to me and agreed to higher prices than what they were used to. Again, if you stay in the program, you get grandfathered. If you leave and you come back, you pay the new prices. That's how it works. So I'm glad that you were able to tell them straight out, this is the new prices, because people will be like, but what I paid for was much lower. I'm like, well, that was also 2008. So, let's see. Shell, what's your win? Big Coach Shell. Big Coach
Shell. You know what my win is? I finished my level 1 of my Strength Systems International course, and I'm already on level 2.
What's that?
What's that?
That's the Sebastian one, right?
It is.
All right.
Yeah, I've kept my 15 minutes of learning a day. The only time I didn't do my online learning was when we were in Houston, because our brains were getting overloaded with lots. We were already learning lots. We were getting lots of learning more than 15 minutes. So, but other than those 3 days, I've been doing my 15 minutes a day, and just crushing all these courses right now. Upgrading like a mofo up in here.
Yes, always. That's the thing, guys. I will say this. Even for me, I put focus on learning as well. I was just telling my wife how important it is the other day. Just to keep on evolving as a coach, because what I knew 8 years ago is still relevant, but there's also so many different changes and different ways to do things. So it's always important. The day you stop learning is the day your growth is going to just die. Having said that, guys, we're going to dive right into the call. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. And before let me hit the record button. Let me pin myself. All right, and Big Coach Shadow. Here we go. All right, 3, 2, 1, let it rip.
Recording in progress.
What's going on, squad? Hope you guys are doing well. It's Friday. It's your second favorite call of the week with Big Coach Shadow and myself. And
so I think it's cool he just recorded a live show right there. That's very cool. Just a lot of confidence to do that.
It's Thanksgiving weekend in Canada, and in America,
I don't know how many people are in here, but
a month later. But we have it, expedited Thanksgiving. So we're going to celebrate it in October. But I just want to say thank you so much to each and every one of you. I don't know if you're from America, Canada, or wherever in the world, but I just want to say thank you for selecting us as your business coaches and the program that you joined us. And for me, I'm grateful for this program because it's changed my life significantly. It's put in so many opportunities in front of me. I can't even count. But I just want to say, again, big gratitude to all of you for showing up, for investing in yourself and trusting us. And the whole purpose of this program, for us being your head coaches, even though we have our own successful coaching businesses, we just want to we see ourselves in you. We want you to avoid the mistakes we made so you can grow faster than we did. And that's our entire purpose. That's what we stand for at PTDOM. Just from all of us, just really, really grateful for you guys. Again, thank you. And yes, Channel says Crazy Americans and your late Thanksgiving. Yes. All right, squad. So if you guys are joining in live, put hashtag I'm here in the comments so we know that you watched it and you're paying attention. If you guys are watching the replay, put hashtag replay in the comment section of the replay so we know that you watched it. And please take your share your takeaways. I was going to say please take your shareaways, but please share your takeaways. Sometimes I mess up my words because English is not my first language. Hashtag immigrant life. All right, squad. So who's ready? Drop some fire in the chat if you guys are ready for the Q&A. We're going to try to hammer out as many questions as possible to the best of our ability. And again, this is based on the questions we received on Wednesday and Thursday. So for the future calls, make sure you are asking your questions. If there's any burning questions, make sure to ask because closed mouths do not get fed. Having said that, let's dive right into the first question. What content strategy would you use for the week? So first and foremost, I do want to say, guys, we do have the content module. So make sure you walk through them, understand the different pieces of content, different, what it stands for, what the meaning of it is, and different kind of templates you can revisit it. But it is not like a schedule that you should follow. I feel like you should be rotating at all times between connection, social proof, value, and your documentation. Documentation being the fourth one, but the main pillars of your app that's going to attract clients and lead generate are the connection, social proof, and value, and the documentation is what you do on a daily basis. So sprinkle your life and 10% of your content can be your documentation, like milestone achievements, things like that in your life. But mainly keep it connection, social proof, and value. You can, try to keep one connection post a week, and then the rest can rotate in value and social proof, and your documentation. So again, there's no like set schedule. You decide what you want to share. I think it's just like you do push pull legs. That's how I would do it. Like connection, social proof, value, and then rotate, and sprinkle in documentation. So like whatever really works for you. But like I would write down, in order to come up with the ideas for your content, I would write and thinking about what to post. I know Shal, I know on the call we used to do a link. Shal, I think you mentioned it, like, how it would be like Motivation Monday or Mindset Monday, and then like, Tuesday was what?
Social proof.
Yeah, and then you can do like, Wednesdays, you can do, you can share client Wednesday, that's social proof. So you can, before and after, that can be like, client messages. That's your win Wednesday, that's your social proof. You can also share your document on Thursday, be like, it's like, what is the transformation Thursday? You can share your own transformation. You can share another social proof. So again, you can rotate and you can theme your days that way to keep it fun. But it's like you decide what you want to post. But personally, I would just rotate between connection, social proof, and value, and then sprinkling documentation.
Boom.
Boom.
Boom. All right. Next question. Thoughts on when to get an LLC, how to go about it, and what does it normally cost? So, you guys, I live in Canada, and we have corporations here, not LLCs, so it works a little bit differently. So, depending on where you're from, like you could be in Canada, you could be in the States, you could be in the UK, you could be in Australia, you could be in Malaysia. So, it's going to be different based on country to country, and it's even going to be different based on state to state, province to province. So, in BC, it costs a different price to get a small business corporation started than it does in Ontario. So there's going to be differences, and the best advice I can give you on this is to look up what it is where you are, because I can only tell you really about my experience being in British Columbia. I can't really tell you about what that looks like in the States. I also know that the costs vary widely depending on where you are as well. So how to set it up, honestly, you jump onto Google and you Google it for your state, province, country, wherever you are located in the world. Google it for where you're at so that you get the correct information for you, because what might be true in Canada might not be true in California, right? So what works for me in British Columbia might not work for you in Las Vegas. So you want to make sure that you do look it up for your area, and the cost is going to be relevant to your area as well. I know for me to set it up in BC, it was like $50, which is like nothing. It was like $50 to get my small business accepted and registered as its own small business. Now, when it comes to being incorporated or getting an LLC, that could be further steps, and you don't have to do it right away. But it's one of those things that, once it's done, it's done. So it's not a bad thing to do. It's definitely something beneficial to you in the long run. Shay, do you know off the top of your head, what's the amount that people should?
I think it's like 175 here.
No, the income, like at what income you should worry about.
So 12K in Canada. You don't know
per month or total?
Total.
For the year?
Yeah, imagine. Why would you imagine if you were at like 12K per month and you're not paying any tax? Sign me up for that.
Right.
But yeah, I think it is. What do you call it? It's 12,000 annually in Canada across the board. It's like federal. It's not provincial. It's like 12,000. However, again, Shal and I were not tax professionals, so we actually did share training inside the academy. So what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to share in the caption of this training, in the description of the replay, I'm going to be sharing the Canadian tax training that we shared and the US tax training we shared. So you guys can watch those and learn or enlighten yourself with shit that you maybe already know, or you learn something new. But take it away. I didn't mean to interrupt your answer.
No, that there's like a certain dollar amount that if you're making this much per month or this much per year, that's when it's a good time to look into it. But again, I feel that varies widely based on where you're based on. So as much as I hate saying that you should Google this answer, because I would love to be able to answer it for you, I honestly think that your best bet is to Google it for the location that you're at, because you're going to get a much better answer. The other good piece of advice I can give you about this is go to your bank and talk to the business, whoever does the business banking at your bank. There's usually one or two people that specify in business accounts. Talk to those people. They can usually give you, it's usually a free appointment, and they can give you so much advice on bookkeeping, LLCs, taxes, what you need to know, what you don't need to know. Because again, it's going to vary so differently from country to country and state to state. So if you could set up an appointment with your bank to talk to their business specialist, that's a really good route to go as well.
All right. Yeah, again, best thing, again, like I think you go to a bank or like even find like, here's what I would do without even going to a bank. Go to your stories, be like, hey, I'm looking for a tax professional in this area. If you happen to know anybody, like, can you put me in a group chat with them or connect with them or whatever? Like, you know, that's how I would look for like photographers, videographers, tax professionals. So like you literally put on your story, be like, hey, I'm looking for some information on finances and tax. If you happen to know somebody who's really good or who knows their shit in X region or whatever, hit me up. Simple as that. And I'm sure everybody has an accountant. So like they'll probably be like, oh, pick mine. So awesome. All right. So moving on to the next question. How do I find my target audience? Most of all, I want to help young men grow muscle while also training MMA. I also want to help busy fathers with their training. So again, this is where you need to pick. Again, if you do MMA and that's your passion and that's why you want to help MMA guys, like you can still attract those guys and help those people, but you need to pick one niche. You want to be a specialist. Like you want to coach busy dads, you want to coach MMA, or you want to coach skinny guys. Like you pick one. And whichever one you resonate the most with, help that individual or help that avatar, because the more people we try to help, the more general we become, and then we don't speak to enough pain points. Like the guy who's a busy dad would not have the same struggles as an MMA fighter. You know, it's like his sleep might be hurting, but the MMA fighter, the jaw might be hurting. Like, you know, it's like it's different things, but it's like you have to make sure that you're picking like one individual, one avatar, one ideal client, and then define all their pains and struggles, mindset, nutrition, training, and then build content around that. And then as you go over time, like, you know, you're going to build authority with that one niche. But let's say if I'm an MMA athlete and not a busy dad, and you're a busy dad coach, and I'm like, I see your content and resonate with you. I see you as an authority. I'm like, yo, this guy knows his shit. I like his methods, all that. Like, I fuck with your wife. I'm going to come out to you and be like, yo, I really love your content, and I love what you stand for as a coach, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. Can you help me out? Even though you're a busy dad coach, you can still help that person out, given, now this is the key part, given that it's within your scope of knowledge. Don't just take people on because you want money, because at the end of the day, like, you would hate it if someone were to do the same thing to you. So again, like, do things that are right. But like, again, if you can help them, then help them out. Otherwise, like, there's, don't help them, just like refer out. But I would pick one niche. You can, like, those people, they reach out to you, like, let's say skinny men who want to grow, or MMA athletes, and you're a busy dad coach, like, you can still help those people, but you're going to build content for the one person. Otherwise, everyone's just going to see you as a generalist. You want to be seen as an expert. You want to be seen as a specialist in one thing, rather than try to be a jack of all trades.
I like it. I also put a little blurb in the comments for you guys on where to find your people online. All right. Okay, this is a longer question. Hi, I'm having a lot of conflict and angst surrounding my ideal avatar. I've gone through the avatar training, and even before coming to this course, it's something that I felt I've been wrestling with for months. I've said I want to work with women 30 plus who have histories of disordered eating, being restricted, maybe even unintentionally for their whole life, and want that shredded physique, but don't understand that they actually have to eat more food, not keep dieting, and lift heavy weights to get there. I personally struggle with the whole diet culture and shed the belly fat, build the booty language, so it feels ick to say that stuff. And I understand my job here is actually as a marketer, and language is a big part of that. Good, because we're going to touch on that. Basically, I think this is a personal problem. I don't know how to overcome it so that I can freaking move on from this stage and confidently strategize around creating content. Okay, so I like that you said that some of it is gonna feel, some of it might feel a little ick. Now I'm gonna give you two sides of the coin on this. Number one is, I hate when people say, I just want to get toned, I just want to get fit. Like, to me, I'm like, that doesn't mean anything. But I have to understand that that's their language. It's not the language I would use, because I have more experience than that. I have more education than that. So when a woman says to me, I just want to get fit, then I want to dig deeper. Well, what does getting fit mean to you? I want to know what that means to her specifically. When a woman says, I want to get toned, I know what she means. I know she means that she wants lean definition, basically. That's what she wants. She wants lean definition if she's saying she wants to get toned. It makes me feel icky to say get toned, but at the same time, I know that if I start talking about lean muscle mass, they tune out, because I'm not speaking their language. So there's that fine line between, like, I call it cookies and broccoli, because dealing with people on social media is a lot like dealing with toddlers. You want to give them broccoli because you know that's what they need, but they just want cookies. So you have to give them some cookies so you can sneak in the broccoli. So that means sometimes we have to use their language. We have to join the conversation happening in their head. And once they get into your program, fucking power to you. You go ahead and you teach them what they need to know. But that happens inside the walls of your program, right? But to be able to get them in your program, if you're constantly talking about, and I mean, I'm not saying don't talk about eating more food. I'm saying make the content that teaches these women where their pain point is and then what the problem is. Because what we do as coaches, and you guys, I know I'm a fucking broken record on this, and I say this all the time, but we often focus on the problem and how to solve it. But your ideal avatar, 90% of them, like, especially if you coach women who are moms or who want that lean definition, they're not saying to their friends, oh, I wish I could eat more protein. I wish I knew how to eat more protein. I wish I knew how to get more protein in their diet. They're not saying that shit to their friends. What they're saying to their friends is, I wish I had more energy. I wish I knew how to get rid of this mommy gut. I wish I knew how to get rid of my Oprah wings. I wish I knew how to lose body fat. I wish I knew how to lose belly fat. I wish I had a perkier butt. That's what they're saying. So we have to join that conversation. Yo, girl, I know you wish you had a perkier butt and you hate looking at that pancake ass. That's the hook. That's going to get them paying attention. Now I can go in and say, the truth is, what you really want is muscle definition, and you want to build those glutes, and you're not going to do that by constantly killing yourself on the cardio stair stepper and eating less food. And now I can give her the solution to that problem. So I've gone from her pain to the problem, and I can go into the solution. So that's, like, when it comes to marketing, you still get to put in the parts that you want, but you have to start the conversation where they're at. You have to start with their pain points, and you have to think about, what are these people saying to themselves in the mirror, and what are they saying to their best friends? Because they're not saying, well, I wish I could get more protein into my day. They're saying, I wish I had more energy. I wish I could lose body fat. I wish that I didn't binge eat cookies and fucking Oreos all night long and feel like an asshole the next day. So that's where we have to start. You binge ate cookies and Oreos like an asshole, and now you feel like all night, and now you feel like an asshole. The problem is you're not eating enough protein throughout your day, and you're hungry by the end of the night because you're avoiding calories like they're the plague. The solution is, well, let's get you eating some fucking healthy breakfast. Let's increase protein at every meal. So you can still give the value that you want to give, but we do have to say it in their language, because a lot of the women that we want to coach don't understand what the problem is. They only understand what their pain point is. And this goes for men too. A lot of the dudes you want to coach, they don't understand what the problem is. They understand what their pain point is. I don't want to take my shirt off at the beach because I got man boobs. I don't want to approach that girl over there because girls fucking look at me like I'm a loser. You know, that's what the problem is. That's what their pain point is. Now, the problem is they don't have confidence because they don't do anything in their body, or they, you know, they've been binge eating like I have been at night. You know what I mean? So we want to take that pain point, hammer down on that to break the door open. And then we can give them, the pain is this, the problem is this, because we see the problem, they're only seeing the pain. So we have to make that gap smaller and bridge it for them so that we can give them the solution. If you're just saying in your content, here's how to eat more protein, 90% of women are like, don't care, whatever. And like, trust me, I have a mom who tells me all the time, oh, I eat tons of protein. She eats like 40 grams of protein a day and is scared to eat more and doesn't understand why she doesn't have as much energy as she should have and why she struggles with her weight. But she tells me all the time that she eats tons of protein. What we know as like a real amount of protein, they're out there Googling shit and finding out like, well, if I eat this much, I'm not deficient, so I must be eating enough. So you have to be able to break that barrier, and that might mean sometimes you have to speak their language just to open the conversation. Speak their language, get in their head to open the conversation. And I think I know who posted this, and I'm pretty sure that what your current avatar statement is. I like your current avatar statement. I'd fucking roll with it. I would. Now, if you want women who already are past that point, then that's a different conversation. If you want to coach the women that already are past the point of overcoming their eating disorders and overcoming under eating and overcoming all of those things, then you can speak to those women. But if you want those women, you have to talk to them where they're at to bring them to where you're at. Make sense?
Awesome. Yeah, again, I put that in the chat. It's, again, for your content, like you'll have to say things like that you might cringe at or you might not align with, but again, it's what your avatar is going through or they say about themselves. And when they come to your program, like, again, like Shal said, give them what they need. You can tell them all the mindset. You can, like, teach them the nutrition your way. You can teach them the workouts your way. But you have to, like, you know, cast that net so you can catch those people through those terms. Otherwise, like, if you don't use those terms, you're going to stay, like, your content's not going to hit because they might watch your content, but it won't resonate with it. Hence, there's no point. All right, so moving forward. What's the process for building content? How do you find and come up with ideas? What's your process in building those ideas? How do you decide between a post and a carousel and a reel? Wow, this is a loaded question. Loaded. What's your process for building content? This question seems like, well, you're brand new to the program, so I would say that, again, I don't want to sound repetitive when I say this, but I am. It's like, again, follow the modules, guys. Like, it tells you ideas. It tells you templates. It tells you what to post, how to post, why you post things. So, like, go study the content modules. They're there for a reason. There's a masterclass that Cole did. If Shal, you can share that in the comments. Otherwise, I'm just going to also share it in the caption. So, like, in the caption of this training, so the viral masterclass on content, I'm going to share that as well. But essentially, the number one thing that you need to build your content is if somebody, actually, this is a test for you guys. For someone who's already been there, I see a lot of new faces, but I would love to know, and Shal, you cannot answer, what's the thing that you need to build your content around? Like, what's that thing? There's a movie with that name too. It's like Blue People. Can someone type that in the chat? It's like Blue People. There's a movie on it. James Cameron made it.
There we go.
Yes.
Bryson's brand new. Good job, Bryson.
Boom. So first and foremost, figure out your avatar. Some of you already heard this advice a million times. Again, I'm going to repeat myself, just like we do to our clients. We have to repeat ourselves. Figure out your avatar, figure out their pain points.
I'm the fucking man, dude.
And then write the dream results for those pain points. Whether it's nutrition, training, mindset, 5 to 10 pain points. You can watch the avatar breakdown training, figure those out. Those are the ideas, because those are the things your content will well, those are the problems your content's going to solve for that individual that you're trying to help. So those are like, once you figure out who you're helping, what their specifics are, don't just say build muscle, lose fat, because that's everybody and their mom and their dog trying to help like that person build muscle, lose fat. Get more specific. Once you get more specific, you're going to write down pain points, write it on a piece of paper, write down the ideal solutions they want for it, and then build content for that. Another thing you can do is, once you have those pains and the struggles and the key terminologies and stuff, go on Instagram, TikTok, and look up those, search up those terms and find creators who are already creating content for your niche, within your niche. Don't just pick any creator, pick ones who are like performing really well, are and getting the most engagement, and then you're going to see what's working well for them. Now, they're using the same ideas, same pain points. So what you're going to go, Brian always says, is feel like an artist. Here's what you're going to do from those people. You're going to see how their hook looks. You're going to see how their surroundings are. Are they standing in a gym? Are they standing in a kitchen? Are they standing outside? Notice those things, audit their content and see what they're doing, and then create that in your own personality, create that in your own way. That's like, the own unique way, because there's only one of one. You're only one of one. So like, show your personality. If you're funny, bring that into your content. If you're a tough love person, then show that into your content. If your avatar will resonate with it. So again, look up other creators in your niche who are doing really, really well. Like, see what ideas they're using. See how their tonality is. Again, hooks, that's the most important thing. Like, I don't know if you guys caught Adley's training. She said hooks are what makes the post, what makes the post, it's what gets people to stay, because it captures their attention. So make sure your hooks are great. There's a hook training in the academy as well. If you just type hooks in the search bar of the onboarding, you're going to find it. So like, make sure your hook is good. Make sure you're keeping it short and to the point. You're not blabbering. You make sure you're writing scripts down. Whatever you want to say, write it down. And then once you write it down, see, how can I make this shorter, more to the point? What's the fluff parts? Can I delete those parts? Can I edit those? And then, try to record it. Set time aside. You don't shoot content randomly, like on every single day. Be like, all right, today I'm going to shoot one reel, and next day I'm going to shoot another one. Next day I'm going to shoot another picture. Plan it down, schedule into your calendar so you can get those tasks and add those times. So if it's 2 p.m. on a Monday, Eastern time for your content shooting, then it must be 2 p.m. Then you must get it done in that time. So 2 hours that you block, I'm just saying 2 hours, that you could have 1 hour, 3 hours, up to you. But block that time and be integral with that time. Use that time wisely so you can have content for the remainder of the week. Now, when it comes down to picking what's better, carousel, reel, or what's the third one? Let me see. To do post, reel, or carousel. So the thing is, carousel is a type of post. It's not as separate as reel is a post as well, because you're posting it. But like, reels are great for like reaching new people. Reels will be shown more to your non-followers. Your posts will be shown more to like your followers, unless you have a bigger, like a really big engaged account. Then those will be shown to outside of your account as well. But the main thing you'll be doing is making sure that you're like getting consistent with all of them. So like, I would say 5 reels, 1 or 2 written posts, and one of those posts can be carousel. But experiment also. Like, I just said like those randomly because if I post mainly reels, my feed will have like 1 written post a week. So I'm just saying from my experience. But like, someone else might do like 3 written posts and 4 reels. So like, you can split it up and test it out how what works best for you, and then just set time aside to do it. But again, you can post carousel, single photo posts, reels, post all of them. And another thing, like final thing I will say before I move on, is repurpose your content on each platform. Be omnipresent. Brian always says, if you want to give yourself more chance to go viral, post on each platform. TikTok, Instagram Shorts, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels. Take that one piece of content, put that on all platforms. Because and I know there's a question coming up about views. What has happened? Some content will hit on Instagram like a motherfucker. Some content on the same content will get you 20 views. I literally have a friend, Jaden. One of his reels hit 550,000 views. I'm so proud of him because he's fucking working his ass off. On Instagram, this posted 500,000 views. On TikTok, guess how many views it got? 300. Does that mean it's a shit post? No, not 2 views, 300. 300 views. So it goes to show you that like, you can go viral on each platform. Just because Instagram doesn't go viral on one post, don't restrict yourself by not posting on TikTok because it couldn't reach millions of people. Your message might not be shit, it might be great, but it's just the algorithm being a dick. But post on all platforms because you're going to have more chances to go viral and be more seen. So, look at it, Chanel.
All right. Next question. How do I move in-person clients to online clients? So first of all, make sure you're not going to step on any toes of non-compete contracts. If you're working at a big box gym, that's something you might need to be aware of. And it's not that you can't move them, but how you do it is important. You can't really approach them in the gym and talk to them about it. So they have to follow you. You can't invite them if you have a non-compete contract. If we're not worried about non-compete contracts, which we're just going to pretend you're not, if you're not worried about non-compete, honestly, you just let them know, hey, I'm moving more of my services to online where I can offer you a fuller service. 90% of in-person coaches aren't allowed to touch nutrition. It's out of your scope of practice. You're not allowed to touch it. You just let them know, hey, I'm moving to online. I want to be able to actually help you more with your nutrition. I want to be able to help you more than just this 1 hour, 3 days a week that I see you in the gym. And I will have more communication with you to move you into an online space. So as those people, like, you probably have session packs with them. They probably buy a large session pack with you and they're not paying per session every time they come into the gym. So when their session pack is coming to an end, you let them know that you're renewing them into online. And you have to put your foot down about it. And you have to take away hours that you're available in person so that they join you online. The other thing you can do is you can start hybriding these people so that maybe Bryson's my client and in person, and he sees me 1 day a week in person. So now I'm going to hybrid him. I'm going to keep his 1 day a week, but I'm going to give him a program, and I'm going to do a small add-on probably because he's probably paying me some pretty big bucks to work with me in person. So I'm going to do an add-on to increase his results by doing online training with his in person. We're going to do a hybrid program. So I see him 1 day a week. The rest of the week, he's on his own. He's in my app and we're doing nutrition and we're doing things that way. And eventually, Bryson's going to see how much value there is in my online training. And as I keep reducing my hours in the gym, he's going to see that it actually is more cost effective and a better deal for him to go online with me. Now, straight up, not all of your people are going to, they're going to come online with you. Like, they're just not. Not all of mine did. I've been working in person for over 10 years. Not all of my people came online with me. And some of them waited a good year and then they missed me and they were like, holy shit, how do I get you back? Well, this is how you do it. So you have to let go of the fact that some people don't understand how online works. They're going to be resistant to it. They know in person, they're comfortable with that. They're not going to want to go online. But I focus big time on, I don't focus on the fact that it's online. I focus on how am I going to solve your pain point? How am I going to get you from point A to point B? I know that I've got what you need to get from where you are now in pain to where your goal is. So then I work on, like, I'm going to deliver that to you through this, this, and this. We're going to work on this, this, and this. It's not so much, oh, well, I'm going to work on I'm never going to say, oh, we're going to do an online program to do this and this and this. I'm going to say, I'm going to build you a custom exercise program based on, maybe you tell me that you want to build a booty and you want certain things. Okay, well, your program's going to be based on building a booty and working within your time restrictions, and you want to be able to work out at home. That's great. I love working with home equipment. You don't like being on meal plans. You hate feeling like a diet. Cool. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do flexible nutrition. I'm going to teach you how to eat the foods you love while still avoiding the foods that give you inflammation so that you are moving forward successfully. By the time I've solved all your pains, you don't care whether it's online or in person. You just want your pain solved. But if you're moving clients from an in-person to an online, two options. One, and honestly, you're going to have to do this one, even if you take the second option, is you have to start reducing your in-person schedule so that they don't have a choice. And you have to be okay with the fact that you're going to lose some people. And two, I would start doing hybrids with the ones that you really, really want to keep and know are a good candidate for it, because they're going to be able to see that value and see how much more sense it makes for them financially and fitness goal wise to move online with you.
Big facts. Thank you, Shell. And put in the chat too, online is way cheaper than in person.
Way
It's
cheaper.
like you're gonna,
Way cheaper.
Yeah, it's like you get way more. Like you don't get any accountability in person. You don't get any nutrition in person. You just like standing there counting reps. And no offense to any in-person coaches that have done it, it's like most of the people like they're just standing there counting reps and making chat and not getting enough results. And you can keep people accountable online, and that's the way to go in the future. However, there's still value in person. I believe it's not for everybody, but there's still value. But I think online is the way to go. All right, next question. I've heard B mention not to get verified on IG. Should we be doing this now or wait until we have a larger following or X amount of followers? So again, that's like, it depends. If you have a big following and a lot of people know you, it's like Brian, it's best to get verified because there's so many like impersonators for Brian and Cole. Like we've seen so many pop up over time. It's crazy. Like they've had to block them and whatnot. And report them, but it's like it helps in that way. You get more customer support. So like if you have the funds to do it by monthly, then do so. But again, it depends. Like some people have it, some people don't. Like it gives you more credibility. Like that's what Brian said as well. If you, I know he mentioned that at the event as well, but it's not the end all be all. Like if you don't have I personally wouldn't do it if I had like 300 to 1,000 followers. Like I personally won't do it, but if you want to, you can. Adds to your credibility because it's like people used to chase the blue tick like no tomorrow. They used to be like, I want the blue tick, I want to be verified. Now Instagram's made it available for you to purchase it. So you can do that, but it's really case dependent. I would do it if if my following really grew massively, then I would do it. But I don't have it right now. My business is still growing. And for some reason I don't have any impersonators, I guess. Must be not doing something right.
Yes. All right. How do I get more engagement in my Facebook group? Okay. Private Facebook group for your clients only. Be at 20 clients or more. If you have less than that, you guys, you're just going to be fighting for engagement and there's not enough people there to engage with you. Public Facebook group, be more engaging. You have to set the tone. You have to lead by example. If you're not posting questions that people can engage with, if you're not being exciting, if you're not having challenges and doing fun shit with them, they're not going to be engaged. We will actually teach you how to set up and run your free Facebook group when you graduate to the next part of the academy and you do your first 14-day challenge, and we'll help you flip that into your free group. So at this point, I wouldn't worry about it, but if you already have one and you want to make it more engaging, then you have to be more engaging. You have to ask for engagement and you have to lead by example. Shay, you're muted.
Yeah, don't worry about it in terms of if you don't have 20 clients, like use your apps like Trainerize. You create you can create groups on there to keep them engaged. And as for challenges like sweaty selfie challenges, water trick challenges, meal prep, you can literally get them like an Amazon gift card or like a $25 Gymshark card just to like participate. People love incentives, but like be creative. Like show us your meal prep, like macro check. And the person who shares like your macros every night when you do the macro check consistently, like will win the card. So like people love incentives. So like again, think of these challenge, like Shall already put it in the chat. So use those to like get people to engage more, but be the first one to do it. Lead by example. Don't just expect people to do it. They're depending on you to tell them what to do and how to do it, to show them. All right, moving forward. Is it okay to have a Stan Store link? I don't even know what Stan Store is, but I'm guessing it's like Shopify. In my profile for potential leads to grab my freebie, they also have an option to book a call. So again, I like for freebies, you can. I personally if I have to give a freebie, like I'll announce it. I won't just have it like I want to bring highlights to it. I want to highlight it. I'm like, hey, this really cool freebie. Like you can, get help from it. Like who wants it and it's gonna help this problem. Like we actually did an ebook training, so you guys can watch it first and foremost. Shameless plug. Shall and I crushed that training. But I would have your application link in your bio as your main thing where people can apply to your program. You can, create awareness about ebook. You can create hype about your ebook. Tell them that you're working on something cool and that's going to be really beneficial to X individual or person or whatever with X pain, and then hype it up and then be like, hey, if you would like to get a free copy, DM me Christmas. If it's like a Christmas holiday related ebook or whatever. If it's like DM me Shred if you want
my shredding ebook or whatever. Like, so hype it up first. I wouldn't just put a link in your bio to get people and charge people, because at the end of the day, like, or no, you're not charging, it's a freebie, but like I would just like keep it as like, hey, I'm gonna promote my ebook in my content and in my stories and in my documentation. I'm not so much like just gonna put a link. So just main thing, do like have your call to action in your bio, like the DM word, or click this link to apply to my program. I don't give people, also you said having a chance to book a call is like, it's pointless without really qualifying them, because what if they're a shitty lead? You're just going to waste 20-30 minutes of your time speaking to someone who can't afford your program and is not the right fit. So again, you're going to give the link for the call booking when you're in the DMs.
All right. Next question, and I apologize because you're not going to like my answer, but it's the truth. How do I offer a free week of workouts to try to retain people? Honestly, don't. Do not offer a free week of workouts to people. Why? Because people don't fucking do shit when it's free. We will teach you how to run a free challenge. So instead of giving out free weeks here, there, and everywhere, and then trying to keep track of these people and, oh, how do I retain them after this? Run a free challenge where you get a group of people in all at once, you deliver a bunch of value, you treat them like clients, and you sell them into your program. We will teach you how to do that. But don't just give free weeks and free trials left, right, and center, because people won't see the value of your coaching by doing this, and they're not going to stay on with you long term, or they're just not going to show up and do it anyways because they're like, oh, whatever, it was free, right? So don't. I know it's not the answer that you wanted to hear, but don't give free trials. We will teach you how to run a free challenge. Do that. But you need to have your basics set up before you get to that point.
Yes. Next question. What are your thoughts on coming up with digital products like monthly membership or ebooks to retain clients that may not be able to afford online personal training? For example, monthly membership for a fitness app to purchase monthly at a cost of $16 to $20 a month to target other groups' price point. Does Shell, do you know if Brian has an app for people who can't afford business coaching?
Nope, he does not.
Not even a $20 one?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm just curious.
He does masterclasses and free trainings and free challenges.
How much are his ebooks worth?
I'm pretty sure that they're free.
Free 99, right?
Free 99.
Yes. Guys, everything that you guys know, I'm going to say this one time and one time only. I'll probably say it again. But for now, it's one time only. Everything that we know collectively in our fields, in our niches for fitness is available on Google. You're going to charge $20 per shit that's already available. People are going to, at the end of the day, the money that you're making for coaching, you're not getting paid for nutrition and training. You're getting paid for accountability. That's all it is. Because everything is available in ChatGPT. Everything's available. I can go in ChatGPT and be like, yo, spit me a 1,700 calorie meal plan that's like, carnivore or keto or paleo or whatever. It's going to tell me exactly what to eat. So everything that you think that you can charge people. If you have a really, really big following, people are willing to pay. I've bought stuff from them, but for people who are coaches like us, we need to give shit away for free to build the trust, build the authority with people, so they can, once you give them that freebie, like people are going to trust you more. So like build different ebooks and give those for free. Put your testimonials on there. Put your before and afters on there. Have a call to action on there, and give your ebooks to people, because at the end of the day, people will benefit from it and people will come back to you. But I also like to believe a lot of people who do need, most people can afford coaching. People are just they're spending money on shit that's like giving them, what's that word, instant gratification, or shit that doesn't serve. Why do you need a iPhone 16 Pro Max if you have a 15 Pro Max every single year, while you have a 50-pound fat loss goal, but you're not doing anything about it? You're telling me I don't have money for coaching. People have money for people have money for solutions for their pains. So you can charge people and you can get money out of people if you actually dig into their pains and actually help them and listen to them and pitch them your program, or just being like, hey, they can't afford my program and giving up like that. So I want to urge you to give your shit for free, just like Brian and Cole and myself and Shal and every other online fitness coach does. And then you can, Shal put the training in the chat, and then get better at selling. Because chances are when you're getting no's, you did a shitty job of qualifying that person or overcoming their objections. This is where sales role plays come in. This is where DM role plays come in. This is where actually practicing and putting in the reps comes in. So I want to urge you to actually work on objection handling and understanding their pain points so you can help them and pitching to their pains versus saying people can't afford it. You will learn low ticket coaching, how to do low ticket programs in CLA, but I personally am not a big fan because it's like I'm not able to fully control their fitness, and most people, low commitments, so people are just gonna fuck off. They're gonna be like, I'm not gonna do much because nothing much is on the line.
Facts. Okay. Sorry, we're going to rapid fire these because Shay and I both have appointments that we need to get to. I use my Instagram for promoting my one-to-one training locally as well. So I'm worried about niching down, especially in the bio, because I don't want to affect that. Can I just use content and CTA to call out my avatar? I mean, it's your business. So what do you want to grow more? Do you want to grow your in-person that you're going to be capped at a certain amount because you're capped at hours and there's only so many hours in the day and so many hours that you can actually train clients? Or do you want to grow your online more? It's totally fine if you want to grow your in-person. I'm not saying you shouldn't. But where does your heart lie? What works best for you? What is in alignment for you? Which one do you want to grow more? And honestly, I wouldn't worry about changing your bio and niching down. Just because you niche down, it doesn't mean everybody who's working with you is going to be like, oh shit, you don't work with me? They're already working with you. They know you work with them. They're not going to stop coming to the gym if they've been getting good results and they like you as a coach. They're not going to be like, oh shit, I can't work with you anymore. Like that's not going to happen. So we do this a lot, guys. We invent problems that don't exist yet, and we get worried about things that aren't actually a problem. It's not a problem. Don't worry about it. If it becomes a problem later, then you can deal with it then. But I would 100% tell you that you should niche down. You can advertise in person for in-person training. You can advertise in your gym for your in-gym training, because that's where those people are and that's where they're going to buy. People online, that's where you're going to find most of your online clients. So I wouldn't worry about alienating your in-person clients with your online presence.
Awesome. Tora, that depends. Again, that depends on every single coach. Everyone's availability is going to be different. So some people work 10 hours, some people work 50 hours. So it's like, depends on your client load, depends on
your niche.
On your niche, but also realize that people need to get better organization as well. It's like a lot of time people spend a lot of time working, but they're not productive. They're just busy. So make sure you're scheduling things into your calendar and drawing boundaries. If your clients are needy, draw boundaries with them. Don't always be available to them, because that's the reason they're always being like, hey Tora, how can I do this? Hey Tora, should I put salt in my food? How much salt? Is it 20 milligrams?
What aisle is the peanut butter in?
Yeah. Oh, smooth or crunchy? Don't make yourself that available. Keep your boundaries with your clients. It's because again, you can only give so much energy. All right, next 2 questions. I'll answer them collectively. Should we be using a business account as well on Facebook? I know we're supposed to use a personal IG account. I don't know how to reach people besides friends on personal Facebook. So yes, you should be using your personal account on Facebook as well. Reels are the fastest way to grow. Obviously, you can, go through your friends and friends, and that's one way to do it. You can join groups on Facebook that relate to your niche and connect with people there. Don't just add people from there, but connect with people, build relationships in there so people can add you organically. And last but not the least, Reels. But this should be the first one. Reels are the fastest way to grow your following and get people to add you or follow you on Facebook. Is you post Reels consistently. Again, same content that goes on Instagram can go on Instagram, Facebook Reels as well. But you need to use your personal account, not a business account. Business accounts are usually pay to play. All right. And then next questions is videos are blowing up on TikTok, but the same content does terrible on Instagram. Please help. So I literally said it earlier, about my friend Jaden, who's also a student in CLA. His Instagram content hit 550,000 views. Same video, same exact sound, same exact length. Literally nothing changed. Got him 300 views on TikTok. So again, I wouldn't so much focus on oh shit, this platform's not working. I like to double down on what's working. So if I'm getting more engagement on Instagram, I'm still gonna post on all platforms. But if I'm getting more engagement, I'm gonna pour more into that platform. And eventually the other one will pick up too. But it's their Instagram and TikTok are not connected in terms of algorithms. Some things also pick up later. I've seen so many Instagram coaches talk about how you should never delete your piece of content, even if it's shit. You can move it to the reels only grid or like, remove it for your main feed, but don't delete it. Because a lot of pieces of content picks up, like they start slow cooking or whatever, slow burn. And, months later or 2 to 3 months later, like it might get traction. So again, don't delete your content, but also be patient. It's like look at how I can improve my content at all times. I do that. Shal does that. Everybody will do that as part of growth. But just know that not all platforms will give you the same kind of engagement. Some people get massive engagement on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. Some people only get it on Facebook, and their Instagram and TikToks are like dead, but they're getting amazing engagement on Facebook. So it's like everyone is different. But again, it's the answer you don't want to hear. It's like be consistent with it and increase. Like I would say, the only thing I would say is let's say you're posting 7 times a week, every single day, then like increase your frequency. If you can put more content out, what does that do? That'll give you more chances to go viral.
Unless you're just putting out shit to put out shit.
Yeah, put posts that are gonna benefit or also are relatable. I find I've been kind of experimenting with this. You can share more relatable memes that will attach to your ideal client, just to like get, again, the whole point with those is not to like, just to post. It's like, A, I want to make people laugh. My wife tells me I'm funny. And B, I'm like, well, if I can get people to watch that content and like if it's relatable, they're gonna follow me or like my post. And then they're going to trickle down to my account, and I'm going to show them what they actually need. Yeah, and like Shal said, like Brian Cole, they're always looking to evolve. But hopefully that was helpful, guys. Again, that brings us to the end of the call. Like I started the call, I just want to say again, we're super, super grateful for you guys for being here, for giving us your time, and like investing in PTDOM. We do not take it for granted even one bit. So thank you again for trusting us. Other than that, have an amazing weekend. And yes, DM audits on Monday. I'm not going to be there, but Shal will be there. So I
may have a special guest coach with me.
Special guest.
Special guest.
I love it. Awesome, squad. So having said that, go do something this weekend that recharges your battery. If you're in Canada, happy Thanksgiving. If you're in America, happy early Thanksgiving. Other than that, replay will be posted shortly. Peace, much love, and take care.
Wait. Before you end it, there will be a post up for you guys to put your DMs on so we can audit. Okay,
1 DM.
So watch for that post.
Not 20 DMs, 1 DM per person. So like don't just put in like 20 DM conversations. And if it's a longer conversation, then post it in like, post the first picture and then post the remaining as a reply to it, but make sure it's in order. Like Shal shouldn't be sitting there like, be like, I wonder what the order is while she's doing your audit. So like make sure like you make her life easier. Other than that, take care, have the best day of your life, and Team Sha out. Team Sha means Shal and Shay, by the way, for those who are new. Take care, guys.
Bye, guys.
All right. Well, that's it. So that was a long thing. What time is it? 16. Yeah. So that was super helpful. I'm gonna read what I took away from this. So, major takeaways from this: speak their language. Cookies and broccoli example. Be omnipresent with content. One video can do 500,000 on Instagram. Only 300 views on TikTok. Solve their pain and they won't be resistant to the solution. Going from in-person to online example. Hooks with content. Focus on this. No link tree in bio, only application link. Shal says so. Lead by example. It's a huge thing that I believe in. No free weeks. People don't have skin in the game when it's free. What do they have to lose if they decide to quit? Nothing. There's low stakes. Number 8, clients aren't paying for diets, nutrition, or workout plans. They're paying for accountability. Everything is Googleable and ChatGPT-able. ChatGPT? Heebie-jeebiable. Give the goods away for free. Build goodwill, build trust, build relationships. People do have money for solutions to their pains. iPhone 15 and 16 example from Shay. Draw boundaries with clients. Don't make yourself that available. You can only give so much. You can't pour from an empty cup. Last one. Don't delete content if it does dog shit numbers. Be patient. Sometimes the post is a slow cooker and pops off later. So that's what I took away from this. I don't know how I'm going to edit this podcast yet, but this is 1 hour, 51 minutes long. I realize that these coaching calls will definitely go on longer than... They're going to go on long, and there's not going to be a lot of engagement on my side. And I don't know how valuable that is. So maybe I will... I don't want to have to edit these because the idea is to keep these so I want to be able to record, upload, and not have to worry about shit. So I'm not sure what the best method of attack is for this. So I don't know. I really actually don't know what to do here. Either way, I wrote down the times where I started talking and stopped talking so you guys can fast forward, because that's the whole idea. So have to put those. I don't know what to do. Just so much shit. Okay, well, I'll figure it out. But anyway, guys, that's the show. I don't really have anything else to say. Talked a lot about some stuff. I think the show actually was about 30 minutes long. Is that right? I don't know. It's about 20 minutes long, actually. I'll have to go back and listen to it and see. But anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm kind of overwhelming myself with this podcast shit, and it's not the goal. So, first ever live call, first ever onboarding call today. Success. Learned a lot. Now I need to implement this shit and continue working on the program. I also need to eat, go to the gym, drink water, and get my day going. So, that's the show, guys. Peace out.